I'm Josh Stokes with the 5-Minute Millionaire community. We are here to look at part 3 of our video series, Flipping This Condo in Scottsdale. Part 1 was the initial acquisition and demo. Part 2 was mid-project, kind of getting towards the end. And now, part 3, let's see the finished product, staged and listed. We wanted to create this 3-part series to show that we 5-Minute Millionaire community members are out here in the trenches doing the flips ourselves. And if you want to learn more after watching this series, come check us out. Now let's go take a look at the final product. The first thing I always think of when I walk into a flip is, what's the first impression? How does it make you feel? What does it smell like? What's the temperature like? All of these things really matter when end buyers are looking at the property. In order to get a really good first impression, I wanted something that popped a little bit since it was Scottsdale, like I previously talked about in the other videos. That's why we went with the black cabinets, a little bit of a texture or a veining on the countertops. The fireplace was also a focal point. We wanted to stand out a little bit. Because we did the black cabinets, I went with something a little more subtle on the fireplace instead of something that, really stands out. So we went with like a concrete gray type of tile. Another thing to make it really stand out is staging. In today's market, you have to bring a product to the market that buyers get an emotional attachment to. So staging brings that because it makes it feel homey. Buyers can see themselves in the property a little bit more when it has furniture. I just walked into this flip. It's been listed for a couple of days. We've had a couple of showings. I've got a bunch of phone calls on it, so I think it'll sell quick. But one of the things I noticed when I first walked in was the temperature. It was freaking hot. So I immediately turned that down. Even if that costs on a bigger project a couple of $100 extra, 10 times out of 10 worth it. You want people to imagine themselves living in here, and if they walk in and it's 80 degrees and it smells like it's 80 degrees, even if it looks amazing, they're not gonna have those same feelings. Hallway bathroom, kept it nice and simple, looks amazing. I walked into this is the second bedroom, the guest bedroom. I walked in here right before we listed it, and there was literally not a single light in the whole room. There was a switch for the light, but not a light. So I had my contractors come back, stayed on top of them, because next time I don't want to have to think about that. They should tell me. I always stage a couple of key rooms. Number 1, the kitchen. Number 2, the living room. Number 3, the bathrooms. And 4, the master bedroom. Again, you can stage additional rooms, but I am trying to create that feeling that people can imagine themselves living here when they buy it. The additional bedrooms don't matter as much as long as you get one really solid staged bedroom, you should be good. The master bedroom, we decided to do something a little bit more out of the normal. So we did a green sage vanity, and the bathroom, we did a combination of tiles, a wood look-alike tile with some gold finishes. Let me go over the numbers. I'm gonna give you exact to the dollar numbers of where we're at currently. We have been listed for 4 or 5 days, couple showings, couple phone calls from agents. Purchased this property at $185,000. On the buy side, we paid about $2,700 in closing costs, and we're expected to pay about $3,000 in closing costs when we sell it. When it comes to the contractors, the rehab, the materials, everything, we spent $40,825. Hard money, we're projected to spend about $7,700 total. Utilities, we've currently spent almost $400. My guess is it'll be closer to $600 by the time we get this closed. We always pay a transaction coordinator, that's $500. As of right now, we're also gonna pay an agent 3% when we sell it. So at a sale price of $300,000, that's a $9,000 commission. If we sell it at list price, $300,000, we make $49,145. So if you look at that from a return perspective, we're putting, give or take, $60,000 of our own money, and we're making roughly $50,000. I'll take that all day. If you're watching this video and it intrigues you and you want to make money like this, make sure to reach out to the 5-Minute Millionaire community so that you can learn more.